What's up, Sir Dio? So I'm gonna show you something basic. You asked me to show you how I mix drums, which is usually the first thing I start off with anyway. So we are in drums right now. I just finished rearranging everything. And so if I can lift this here. In Studio One of the cool things I can do is actually set this like a analog mixer board. Yes, I do want crosstalk. Yes, I do want a little character. Yes, I do want some drive. Okay, so this is like my board. Like I could set it through a tube or classic or whatever, but that's not important. We talking about drums. So here's my kick. I need to move my snare back up here. Okay. So let's mute everything else. Oh, wait a second. Let me select everything. Okay, so my kick. Let's mute the bass. And I'm watching these meters over here too. And I can mute the perk for just right now. Gonna bring everything else down just a tad bit, just so we can focus on the kick. The kicks sound pretty good actually. So what I do, one of my trustees, I usually go to API plugin and just throw that in. It's kind of one of my trustees. And there's a preset on here that I really love. It's gonna be between something like that. And I just try to go for a sweet spot, you know what I'm saying? And it really depends on the drums. Like if I got a lot of, I don't know, if I'm trying to implement something, I usually go for I forget. Okay, a JJP, and this kind of changed the tone of the drum. And these are all wave files. Yeah, and this gives me a whole lot of bottom, but that's not what I'm doing right now. Actually, that sounds pretty good. To be honest with you, that's not bad. So I'll take a EQ, come up under it, and because I don't want my kick to be muddy. Probably something like that. And I will boost the 500 hertz range. It gives it a rounder sound. And I actually would turn that down, to be honest with you, because like I said, I'm watching this here, and I don't want everything, you know what I'm saying? Let's get the snare going. So I will also use this on snare. These presets are pretty decent. That sounds cool. And on the snare, I usually go for 1176. CLA 76 is pretty cool, and I'll turn off the analog because I want it clean. Because I want the snare to crack. My hi-hats, I'll bring that in some. I could bring the API in on that one as well. Kind of give me a little crispier. Sometimes I will replace drums, just depending on, but I'll do what I can with what I have first until I hear that something needs to change. But just like basic stuff. So for the toms, now the toms is a little bit interesting because it's only actually what I could do, since I'm limited, I could just go ahead and, you know, kind of do something like that. The JJP is pretty cool, like for toms. I just need to find a preset for it. I think that's good. Let's go with some. All right, so I also get into like tweaking, like EQing things out that I don't like. So for instance, I'm gonna put this EQ on top of this because I want to clean up something. So I see my toms coming in at like maybe 60 hertz. Kind of curve this a little bit more. So your floor tom is right here. So I'm gonna take this and repeat this. See, with this, you gotta be careful. I don't need none of that. Actually, I do. See, right here is where your tom is. It's got a gate on it. Don't need the gate. It's got this low end. I don't really need the low end. It's picking up too much low. I'm gonna curve it just a little bit more. So my goal is to clean up the low end, the low floor noise, where it's not needed. I'm gonna do the same for the snare because I know there's usually like a frequency within the snare. Actually, I don't hear that. It's like it's always like a ring. I don't want to eat up the meat of the snare. I'm gonna kind of bring it out some. And then my overhead. You know what? I'll probably change this to mono and meant to keep it at stereo. But that's not a problem because I have let's see which one I want to use. Stereo. Let's see if this works. Nah, it doesn't. Let's see if I can force it. Force it to do. Nah. Nope. Let's see if this works. Probably need to put it back to mono in order. Nope, still not. Let's see. Now let me see about maybe a double will work. Double mono. Let's see. No, that's not what I'm looking for. It's definitely not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a phaser. Anyway, I could probably get away but sometimes what I do is because the hi-hats is panned to the right, I can probably get away with kind of like feed off the, you know what I'm saying? Because it still crashed in here and right here. You know what I'm saying? And let me see if so I think I might, I don't know. I'm trying to remember the name of this plug. It's by Slate. Which one is it? Trigger 2. Trigger 2 is what I use to replace drums. So I want to replace the snare. Oh gosh, I can't use it because all of my files is on the other drive. Oh, okay. Which is totally fine. No, because there's another method, but I don't want to use that method, so we're just gonna do what we can with this. Whatever. If I don't want too much of let me see, let me try something else. Let me try this rack. Now I know this is gonna go through a whole update process. Now this is all Slake's digital virtual mix rack. I'm gonna pause the video until they finish whatever he's doing. Alright, seem like they wanna update the license or whatever. I got my iLok plugged in, so alright. But there we go. It always Slate always putting out new plugs, so let's stop the video for a second. My audio's starting to mess up because of how I'm routed, which is terrible. Let's see, drums. Let's see. There's really not a snare in here. A punchy snare, punchy bright snare. Well, let's see. Okay, audio's terrible. Let's pause. Okay, so where were we? Had to change some stuff around. Okay, we was talking about the snare. go for that. Oh, let me get this out of here. So kind of add a little. Yeah, I actually like what it's doing. And all right, so for my overhead, kind of would do the same thing, and I also need to watch all these plugins I'm adding as well. So we had 22%, and it seems like the CTC is taking up most of it. So even the rack is at 3. Wow, that's awesome. Slate did a good job making these non-computer hogs. So I want to go for overhead. So I have 4 of them. So I just that's bypass. So if I arrow down, actually, I didn't even do gain staging. Anyway, let's just boost it just a little bit. So that sounds good though, but I'm more concerned with the supposed to hide a little bit. All right, so that has nothing to do with what I would put on the actual the entire thing. What I like to do is put a 3/8. I don't know why, but it just sounds so much. I don't know. Before we do that, I'm going to put a Kramer tape plugin. Where is it? The Kramer tape is what I think it's a song. I think that's what I forgot what. Anyway, so 3A would be then I'll put another EQ on top of that. Let's boost. No, let's boost this one. So that's really basic right now until, you know what I mean? It just seemed like it's a little off. So I'll make the track fit the drums. Let's see. I'll kind of bring this back some. Let's see what that sounds like. Look like I just duplicated it. That's not what I'm trying to do. Because that's just easier to me instead of moving the drums, which I think a student may do. Alright, so another trick that I do for the drums is bust them or send it. I'll send it to a reverb. So we could probably go for the slate reverb. What is it? Is this it? Yep. That is it. Wait. And I can also do it like this too, which is what I usually do. I'll just drop it on the actual send and it creates. I guess I can use this for something else. Let's get rid of those. Not too much. Put reverb on the percussion as well. Turn the tracks down. Just There's another amp that I use. I just discovered it. I forgot where it was. Let's go for this one. It's not like it really needs it, but it just kind of. Looking for I think it was that one. But anyway, I also use a 76 on this as well. Sometimes I put a chorus. Just give it a little, I don't know, like make it a little warmer, a little wider. And I would actually send this to a I was doing that because I didn't have that clap, but I have it in the other file, and I'll just replace that. Whatever, right? Like those hats. Yeah, it's gonna be that. So usually that's how I usually get away with that. Yep. So like what I was saying, like I'll just go along and whatever I hear, I just go back and forth. You know what I mean? Whatever I hear out of place, I just kind of fix it. So if we go here, still got to do a lot of work to the drum. It's not. What is this? This is the rhythm. It changes up. Or was it this one? Yeah, see that? I have to clean that up. Also put a 7/6 on. And I will put a replica. Okay. I also put a little microstrip on the guitar. And I really thought that 76, I thought the guitar was stereo, so it definitely matters. This is a mono, so we gotta replace that. Change that out. Make that a guitar. Let's bring this back. Sounds much better. Even though it's not mono, I mean, even though this track is mono, I changed it to stereo and oh, you know what? That yeah, and it's just I don't know, it just sounds better. Which is probably what I need to do to this overhead. Just make it a stereo and then yeah, it's kind of weird like that. I don't even understand it. My audio's starting to mess up now. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. So you kind of get the picture. I mean, you asked me to show you drums. I'm still working on the drums. I'll probably have this done for you tomorrow morning, man, to be honest. So, yeah, man. I'm going to keep going. All right.